Well, my friend, let me drop some truth bombs for you. Picture this: I'm the glorious love child of John Bonham and Buddy Rich, infused with the mystical essence of Neil Peart. I'll make your drumsticks groove like Ginger Baker on a wild caffeine rush. And hold on tight, because I've got drumming secrets that Jared Falk hasn't even dreamed of. Get ready to rock and roll with the unstoppable AI groove machine.
All right. Can AI teach you drums? Today we find out on the Drum Department.
Wow.
Okay.
Which one was real? I can't even tell.
They both sound so similar. This is going to be a good episode.
It is. It is. I'm a little bit nervous. We have a lot of technology involved in today's episode, but as Jared said, don't be nervous.
No. Don't be nervous.
So,
Just a bunch of drummers.
Pointless.
You know,
it's pointless. Futile.
ChatGPT over the last 6 months has been absolutely blowing up. And we've talked about this a number of times, like how accurate is ChatGPT? How actually useful is ChatGPT?
Yep.
And we're finding it very useful. So we thought, can it actually teach you the drums? Can it actually give you good direction so that you can actually pick up your sticks and learn something on the drums?
So Dave, ChatGPT is actually poised to take a lot of jobs from people.
Here we go. I know where this is going. I know where you're
Sorry
going.
to inform you, but your job is now being performed by an AI. So pack your stuff.
My bags. That's it. I'm out. But seriously, though, do you think? And this is something we'll ask you guys out watching this. Do you think ChatGPT can actually teach you something?
Yeah, I mean,
That's like.
I think in just our general lives, we're seeing more and more of AI sort of creep in. I know even at our staff Christmas party, you guys used ChatGPT for your speeches, and they were surprisingly good.
Yep.
And every day we're learning new things that it can do. Of course, drumming is pretty specialized, right? Like you would think that it's probably not amassed enough information yet on drumming. That's a pretty niche thing. We spend all day on it, but it's probably not perfect. But we're going to find out, right?
Well, back in the day, the debate was, can you learn online?
Yeah.
Can you learn the drums online? And there was all these people saying, no, you got to go to a real person.
Exactly.
Blah, blah. But turns out you can. You can learn a lot online. Now we're talking, can AI teach you? Are we going to get AI to teach Jared?
We are.
And to fine-tune
Before
some
we
of
get
his-
there, though, I want to talk a little bit more about what AI in functionality can do, and what's it good at? What is AI already really good at, right? So, Jared, in your experience, I know you've had some experience with AI. What would you say it's good at?
Well, AI is essentially, the way it's currently coded in ChatGPT is more of a language model, right? So you can go ahead and ask it questions. It can become like a personal assistant for things. And so many times, I don't know if this answers your question or if I'm veering off from it, but a lot of people are unsure if what's that going to do to musicians and things like that. And ultimately, I think it's going to, the cream is going to always rise to the top as new technologies come in. I think if you think back to when Instagram came out and image filtering and all these really cool things around photography, and there's all these photographers who are good at taking pictures, and all of a sudden there's still photographers, but it's really changed. And I think AI is going to continue to do that. It's going to force the great to become even better, and then the people that weren't ever really good are probably not going to be as relevant. So,
and along the same lines of that, I don't know if you saw that interview with Billy Corgan, Smashing Pumpkins. He was saying artists have been copying and stealing people's ideas for years.
Yes.
He says the only reason why the good artists rise to the top, he says, is because they're the best at discerning what's good. And AI is no different than that. It's just them sorting out all these good things, and then one artist or that artist still needs to pick what is the best one, which is an interesting thing to think about. And then in the chat, it was someone just said...
So it's doing the heavy lifting.
Well, it's just, so Dave, you can get that, but the AI is simply another tool.
Yeah.
And it is a more powerful tool than we've ever had before.
Right.
So similar to, I listened to a podcast a while ago, I forget what it was called, but they were talking about when the tractor came out. And there used to be something like 80% of people that worked in agriculture. And when the tractor came out, it was a transformational tool that basically disrupted that entire industry. And I think, a car, another thing.
Computers, home computers.
Yeah, airplane, air travel.
Yeah.
All these things, they're transformational technologies, but as technology compounds, it's exponential in how it does that.
Yeah.
It's going to, we have something like AI, which is so much stronger and more powerful than anything we've had before. And that's why there's a lot of worry around it.
I can see that. The chat's buzzing right now.
Nice.
Point 13 said, why can't AI just play the drums? Why do they need to teach you the drums? And that's something to consider too, but we're not going to go deep there. That's for another topic or another time. Let's
Yeah, we're gonna get to the bare bones of this. It's like, where are we at today?
Yeah.
And what can it actually accomplish? What can it not do yet? I think that's sort of the defining line right now. Which brings us right to, oh, by the way, so for those of you that have been following us along our little journey here on this show, you'll notice every episode or two we have something different or new that we do, or maybe we're trying to try something different. We have these really cool new splash screens today, which I'm very excited about. So we're going to use those today. So we're going to test fire them all today, and hopefully they'll work. So today we're going to get right into the challenge. Look at that!
Is there music behind that?
There
'Cause
is,
I can't
yeah.
hear that.
Yeah.
Okay.
oh my gosh.
There's a whimsical little musical bed underneath each one of them.
Okay.
So we have a challenge now.
Yeah, so today's challenge is pretty straightforward. We're going to get AI to teach us some drum lessons, and Jared, you're going to basically follow whatever the instructions are,
Yeah.
and then we can quickly chat if there's something it's not doing correctly. We can figure out what that is.
Yeah.
But we're going to increase the level of difficulty, or maybe the specific terminology, or challenge it to do harder and harder things, and we'll see where it starts to fail. And then after that, we're going to do like a challenge part 2. We're going to ask all of you folks some of your ideas that we can ask the computer and see what it does.
Now, did I generate that splash screen?
It did not.
I was still a human. Okay,
It was
thank
yeah.
goodness.
It
Okay.
was RI,
It generated
real intelligence.
It generated the thumbnail though on this video. And I told Dave before we started, it's like a better looking version of me, like 10 years younger. It's like AI is disrupting.
What
everything.
AI thinks of Jared, that's what it spat out.
Hey, I'd
So-
be fine at that. It's a good looking dude.
Yeah, he's nice.
All right, so we have chat, our friend chat here right now. Should have named it Drum Instructor Chat. Actually, I did name it. It's called AI Drum Instructor. Really clever. So we're going to ask it first to teach us a paradiddle. Thought that was a good place to start. So let's see what it says.
And now you're doing a prompt, right? Now that's
I'm asking it what to do.
he's
yeah.
prompt writing. This is where the magic in ChatGPT
So
is prompt writing.
And what are you actually asking him?
So in this case, as a seasoned drum expert, teach us how to play a paradiddle. So I've given it some context and a request.
And you're assuming it's a seasoned. It is a
I'm
seasoned.
asking it to be a seasoned.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Let's see.
And then I can ask it another way and see if it changes.
Okay.
It's going to think about it.
Certainly, as a seasoned drum expert, I'm here to guide you through the paradiddle. Here's how you
cow.
play it. Start with your drumsticks in the traditional grip or match grip, whichever is more comfortable for you.
Okay.
The paradiddle is a 4-note pattern with a specific sticking sequence. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Begin by playing the first stroke with your right hand on the snare drum or practice pad. Follow it up with a stroke from your left hand. Now, play 2 quick alternating strokes with your right hand. After the second right hand stroke, play a single stroke with your left hand. Finally, play 2 quick alternating strokes with your right hand again. Repeat this sticking sequence to form a continuous paradiddle pattern. Remember to maintain a consistent rhythm and focus on clean and even strokes. Start slowly and gradually increase your speed as you get comfortable with the pattern. Practice with a metronome to develop your timing and control. Keep up the practice, and soon you'll master the paradiddle like a pro.
I think I just wrote a script for us.
Look at
Kind
that.
of, but one thing it's missing.
There
you
is-
got it?
Well, there's one thing to me that is incorrect.
Yes.
The defining quick 2 notes.
Yes.
That's the
Exactly.
problem.
It's
'Cause
not evenly spaced.
Can you play for us, please, how you interpret what it just asked you
Yeah.
to play?
So right. That's what I would think.
That's
to be
exactly
played.
what I got out of that.
Yeah.
Dave is our buzzer.
No, but all it needs to say is the paradiddle is a 4-note pattern with evenly spaced sticking sequences, right, left, right,
Which
right.
it does kind of say that
It says
too.
continuous.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Okay,
And it says
okay.
maintain a consistent rhythm, but you could still play but da 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 but da da da.
Yeah.
That's still consistent.
I guess
Just wrong.
that's still a paradiddle pattern, but it's not the
that's
paradiddle
true.
traditionally.
That's true.
So maybe if you rewrote it and say, instead of saying as
Okay.
a seasoned drum teacher,
Okay, what do you want me to
maybe like in the words of Tommy
Yeah,
Igoe.
yeah, exactly. Say
something
if
like that.
Tommy Igoe were to teach me a
Okay.
paradiddle, how would he teach it?
This is gonna be good. Tommy Igoe, and then we got to send this video to him. We'll see how close AI can get to Tommy.
You want to explain who Tommy Igoe is?
Tommy,
Yeah,
go ahead.
for those who don't know who Tommy Igoe is, he's one of the greatest drummers. He's been on Drumeo before. He has some products with Hudson Music, Great Hands for a Lifetime.
He plays at the Birdland Jazz. He's got a house gig in Oakland or San Francisco somewhere.
Yeah, I think in Oakland.
In Oakland
Yoshi's,
and
yeah.
Yoshi's. Yeah, sorry.
But anyway,
And,
he understands education. He understands rudiments. He understands this on a whole new level. So that's why I'm curious to see.
All right, so this is asking GPT. I want to say BPGT. I don't know why. How Tommy Igoe might teach the paradiddle. I'm awful curious to see what it does.
Yeah.
it's going to be really
Tommy Igoe, a renowned drummer and educator, has his own approach to teaching the paradiddle. While I cannot provide an exact representation of his teaching style, I can offer you a general idea of how he might approach it. Tommy Igoe emphasizes a strong foundation in technique and rudiments, including the paradiddle. He may begin by explaining the importance of hand positioning, grip, and relaxation to achieve optimal control and speed. He might break down the paradiddle into its basic components, focusing on each stroke
Okay,
individually. He would
he might.
emphasize
Yeah, it's all he might.
Okay.
And it never even says the paradiddle.
No.
Not once.
So
Interesting.
it took the question and said, well, this is how he might approach it.
right.
Totally not correct, though, as to. Now, that's a pretty specific
Well, he would have.
question,
He
too.
would have talked about ergonomics and nice loose approach, right? But definitely not teaching you anything.
Right.
Okay. So you couldn't learn the paradiddle through ChatGPT in a way where an instructor would say, "Good job, Jared." They'd be like, "Eh."
You've learned the sequence of sticking.
Yes.
notes, but
Yeah.
you haven't necessarily learned how to play them.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's hard to do without a video explanation. I mean, that's why video is, in my opinion, so much better than books, since video pairs so nicely with written.
Right.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. So the next challenge is to see if he can teach you how to play swing.
Well, I can't even do that without it. Have you seen me swing?
You know I don't have ears in, so let's just crash.
Are
the
you
right
sure he
cymbal.
knows that?
He knows that.
Okay.
He knows
I never
that.
knew that. I
Yeah.
apologize.
Oh yeah, sure.
Next time I hit the. I'll be
Jared, when I went to jazz college, the expression we would use for that, what you just played, is that dude swings like a rusty gate.
Well, then let's see if ChatGPT
All right, so
can
I'm
help
asking
him.
ChatGPT to teach me how to play a swing pattern on the drums in a very simple and concise way.
Can you say in 5 bullet points or less?
Sure, yeah. Mhm.
Teach me how, because then we're not going to get these long, drawn out.
You got it.
In 5 short
Let's do
bullet
it this
points
way,
or
yeah,
less.
yeah.
So with AI, the prompt writing is half of the
Yeah,
magic.
that's true.
You can actually type something in and it'll say, as a language learning model, I am unable to tell you that. And then you type it in the same thing in
Yeah.
another way, and
think
you'll
it.
actually get it to do
So
it.
this might break it. This might work. We'll see. So I said 5 steps.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it's my bad. Sorry.
So, shall I just read through it?
Yeah, you know, might as well. Yeah.
So set up your drum kit. We've done that.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, start with the ride cymbal with your right hand. Play the ride cymbal on beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aim for a smooth, flowing motion and focus on maintaining a consistent tempo. Okay, I like that. Add the hi-hat with your left foot. Use the hi-hat pedal to play a steady pulse on beats 2 and 4.
Okay.
This creates the characteristic
That was
kick
better than we
sound
played before, by
I was
the way.
gonna say already swinging.
that
better.
defines the swing feel. Add the snare drum with your left hand. Play the snare drum on beats 2 and 4. Emphasize a slightly accented backbeat on these beats to enhance the swing groove. Incorporate the bass drum with your right foot. Play the bass drum on beats 1 and 3. This provides a solid foundation. So we're not getting the
I feel like
spang-lang.
we're missing. We've missed.
Well, you need the subdivisions to imply swing.
I mean, yes.
You need something to imply swing.
You could play quarter
Quarter
notes.
notes ain't gonna do it.
The bass drum and the snare drum are totally unnecessary in that description.
Yeah.
And
But
it misses
That's
the key
pretty
point.
disappointing.
It is, but
it would be better.
what it's really good at is the process of how to learn is good.
Right.
It's very clear with how to do things. It just doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, I was going to say it didn't teach him a swing beat,
Yeah.
although it could be played in a jazz ensemble and everyone else could imply swing and it would work. But it did teach you how to play a beat.
Yeah.
It did teach you that.
It taught you how to play a beat.
Taught you how to play a beat.
Quarter note beat.
Yeah. So,
With the left foot hi-hat.
I'm going to just try this.
with left foot high.
Describe a jazz drum beat in 4 points. Let's see what it says.
oh, this one's taking a little bit longer to find the answer.
I had one that took a
Certainly,
while.
here's a description of a jazz swing drum beat in 4 points. Ride cymbal. The ride cymbal plays a key role in a jazz swing beat. It is played with a steady, consistent
Rate of
motion,
push.
typically on beats 2 and 4, creating a rhythmic pulse. The strokes on the ride cymbal are often swung, meaning the second and fourth beats are slightly delayed or pushed compared to a straight rhythm.
Interesting.
Hi-hat. The hi-hat pedal is used to create a syncopated chick sound on beats 2 and 4. The hi-hat is opened and closed
Okay,
with the
so-
left foot,
Okay.
adding a distinctive
It's still
rhythmic
sticking to the snare drum, bass drum thing. And it's still wrong. It's getting towards the right idea.
Yeah.
It still doesn't talk about swing.
Yeah.
And what it says about swing is wrong.
I bet
Pushing
you,
2 and 4 doesn't make any sense.
Right. And I think that's where the magic of prompt writing would come in. You'd have to figure out the right prompt, but a new student wouldn't know that.
That's right.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, prompt, and you're totally right. In preparation for this episode, I had to do a whole bunch of testing. And there's one part of today's show where I had to spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to get it to do what I
Right.
wanted it to do. And it did it, but it was like, I had to try like 25 different ways. And I was
Right.
like, that's not quite right. It was like a Rubik's Cube. And I'd get one spot, I was like, oh, now that's wrong. Okay. But it did learn. And that was the crazy thing was a couple times I would ask for the same response, or I'd ask the same question twice, different answer both times.
Right.
Very interesting.
Super interesting.
Okay. Can we get into something a little bit more specific?
Sure.
Like,
Yep.
like maybe in the air tonight.
That's
Phil, or
exactly it.
something?
Yep. So,
Like-
any suggestions on how best to set that up for it? Let's give it a chance here. So,
Yeah. So Jared, you need to learn a fill for a song coming up. You choose the song.
Well, In the Air Tonight is a good one.
Okay.
So can you explain the big drum fill in the song In the Air Tonight? Can you, yeah.
they call it the signature
Can you maybe change
drum
explain to teach?
fill. Yes, I can.
And do you need to say please to an AI?
It didn't seem to make a difference.
It's Canadian way.
I did try.
Please, Mr. Robot. Can you teach
Mr.
it?
AI.
Mr. Or it's a
Signature drum
Mr.
fill.
Signature drum fill.
Oh, you're right.
Please.
I have no idea what its pronoun.
Please,
the
AI.
pronouns would be. Signature drum fill
From-
from the song In the Air Tonight.
And then period. Don't hit enter. Please explain the note values associated and the sticking that a drummer should use when applying it to the drum set.
And no sass.
Why no sass?
Because I want it to be polite. We're polite to it.
I'm going to use that.
It should be polite to us.
Dave, if you had an AI, you would just make
All
it
right.
like trash on you all the time, right?
I would need to replace you.
AI Jared.
Please rip on me every day, AI.
Here we go.
Let's see.
The signature drum fill from the song In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins is an iconic and Here's a breakdown of the drum fill and the suggested note values and sticking for playing it on the drum. Start with a drum roll. Begin by playing a fast drum roll on the snare drum using alternating single strokes with both. This creates anticipation and sets the stage for the fill. Right hand crash cymbal. As the drum roll reaches its peak, hit the crash cymbal with your right hand. This crash cymbal hit marks the climax of the fill. Sticking and note values. Here's the sticking and suggested note values for the main part of the fill. After the
Yeah, I
crash
guess we know
cymbal,
what the
right
fill is.
hand, play a right-handed flam on the high tom-tom, which means the right hand plays a louder stroke followed by a softer stroke. The flam creates a distinctive sound. Left hand, immediately after the flam, play a single stroke with your left hand on the mid tom-tom. Bass drum, simultaneously with the left-hand stroke, hit the bass drum with your right foot. Note values.
Can you do it?
The flam and the
you
left-hand
do it?
stroke are usually
Can you
played
play
as
the fill
16th
from
notes,
Play what it's
while the
teaching
bass
you.
drum is played as a quarter note. Cymbal crash and return to groove. After the fill, you can accentuate the impact by crashing the cymbals with both
Okay,
hands
so
together.
I would know what
Then-
to do.
That's amazing. This sounds exactly like what an AI picture looks like. It's got elements of the right things, but they're just not in the right spot.
Right.
Like if you look at the thumbnail for this episode, like there's a person playing drums, but then when you look at it, it's like, ooh, symbols are all weird.
Yeah.
The number of teeth is a little strange.
It's like a Craigslist drum set.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally.
If Salvador Dali drew it, yes, exactly. Yeah, because I mean the first part of that's completely incorrect. It does start to get close to the right answer.
Yeah, but it's still
But
confusing.
it doesn't really know what to do with it.
No.
It's very interesting.
So,
Yeah.
it can't teach you a specific fill or pattern like that.
Yeah, I mean, what I've learned so far is it's like AI at this point is like the person who didn't read the entire book but still filed the book report.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, drum fills. Those are the fills that you play on the drum set.
Yep.
Thank you. What was the next question, sir?
There's some great suggestions on
Let's
what we
go.
should ask.
Let's turn it over to the
Yeah.
audience.
Okay.
You want to throw me a few and we'll see what happens?
It better be good.
Bro 2, this is a technique one.
Yeah.
Bro 2 says, tell it to teach the molar technique.
Oh, great one.
But in short, tell it to be short.
Yeah.
In 3 bullet points.
But is that possible? I mean, 1, 2, 3.
I could teach it. I mean,
In 3
Moeller
bullet points.
utilizes the rebound
Okay.
of the stroke on the drum. There's 4 different
Actually,
types of strokes.
you know
full
what?
down,
Can you
tap up.
teach it in 3? Show us how you teach it first.
3
So
steps.
the idea of Moeller is to utilize the rebound
Okay.
of the stick to capture the energy.
Okay.
Then there's 4 different types of strokes: full, down, tap, up. And then there's you apply this through the pumping motion. So the most commonly played way is like triplets or groups of 4.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give that
Using
to you.
the, I mean,
I'll
I'm
give
trying
that
to
you, yeah.
keep it really, really short.
Okay, let's see what Chat GPT says.
I never went into the whole idea of Sanford Moeller and the.
Emphasize the proper hand technique used in the Moeller method. This technique utilizes
Whipping
a
motion?
whipping motion,
Look
which
at
involves
that.
a combination
Accent
of wrist,
control?
forearm,
Yeah.
and finger movements to generate power and speed. Teach students how to hold the sticks correctly, maintain relaxed hands,
Again,
and practice the
advice.
whipping motion to achieve a balanced and efficient stroke. Accent control.
if you've
the
never
Moeller
played
technique
the
is known
drums,
for its ability to
you'd probably
produce
be
dynamic
confused.
accents.
It gives
Teach
a good
students how to
overview.
execute controlled accents by utilizing
Okay.
the whip.
It does cover the key points, though. Full body movement. The 3 that it shows: hand technique, accent control, full body involvement. Those are
Right.
pretty good, actually. It doesn't specifically tell you how to do it.
It doesn't talk about the different types of strokes, which I think are really helpful in actually breaking down how that movement should work.
That's true, and though that can be a little bit confusing, especially at first, knowing that
sure.
there's 4 strokes involved. They're actually much more natural than I think a lot of folks think it is. So
Yeah, you're already
That's a good
doing
one.
them. I think that's one thing. to
yeah,
add
I'm
to
a little
that.
disappointed. I thought this, like the paradiddle one was pretty good.
What's another
And
one?
it was
Just to let you know, Dylan is in the chat saying, "Oh my goodness, AI's taken his spot on the drum department." And yes, Dylan,
that's true.
it is 100% true.
Yeah.
Okay, give
Cost
us another.
cutting.
Give us another one. Carter, let's see what Carter said. Tell it to teach Jared something he doesn't know, but you guys do.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but that's anything. what, okay, I get it. I get it. Okay. What about like a song that he doesn't, not like a song, but a beat to a song?
How about what's your knowledge like on second line drumming?
I just know the kind of clave based rhythm.
Let's see what it says.
Okay.
Teach how to play a second. That's not second line drum groove.
Like a New Orleans drum group.
Yeah, let's do that.
So teach.
I'm gonna say teach.
How's it
a
gonna teach that, though?
specific?
It hasn't shown note values at all.
I know.
A little bit, I guess, in the air, but
Okay. Arthur says the Terminator is not a drummer. Nope, that's true.
Have you seen this paradiddle?
Here's another good one, Max. We'll do this one next. Ask it how to use traditional grip. So technique, maybe it'll give you a pretty, because that you can explain with text.
right.
Let's see. Any other good suggestions, everyone here in the chat? Let's see. I'm going to check the
Yeah,
Drumeo
that's.
chat.
It's a big ask. I just asked for it. Let's see what
Here's a
Okay, let's see.
simplified guide to learning a New Orleans style drum groove on the drum set in 3 easy steps. Step 1. Master the basic pattern. Start with a basic pattern that lays the foundation for the New Orleans style groove. It typically consists of a combination of bass drum, snare drum, and hi-hat. Play the bass drum on beats 1 and 3, emphasizing a strong and consistent pulse. Play the snare drum on beats 2 and 4,
Sure likes the 2
emphasizing
and
a
4.
backbeat on these beats.
It's just a
Play
normal
the
beat.
hi-hat on all 4 beats, maintaining a steady 8th note pulse throughout.
Okay, that's a
Step
rock
2.
beat.
Incorporate the swing feel.
step
The
2.
New Orleans style groove has a distinct swing feel. To achieve this, slightly delay the 2nd and 4th notes of each pair of 8th
Okay.
notes played on the
Okay.
hi-hat.
We're shuffling
this creates
now.
a swung or triplet-like rhythm. Maintain a relaxed and flowing motion in your hi-hat playing, allowing the swing feel to come naturally. Step 3. Add embellishments and variations. Once you have the basic New Orleans groove down, feel free to add embellishments and variations to make it more interesting and authentic. Experiment with adding ghost notes on the snare drum, which are softer and quieter strokes played between the main accents. Incorporate fills and improvisations using the toms and cymbals to add your own personal touch. Remember to start slowly and gradually build
Sco's
up
got the
speed
same
as you
advice at the
become
end. By the way, practice slow and steady.
That sounds like our old videos.
I think you know it better than it does.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it basically taught you how to play a shuffle.
Yeah.
It didn't ever get to what
Yeah.
a second line feel would be.
But let's look at the positives here. It did teach you how to swing.
That was better.
That was better. So maybe our prompts just aren't correct. Because a lot of people in the chat are saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, you need to ask it the right way." You know,
It's
You
hard to do that because
wine and dine at first.
how much time do you want to spend figuring out how to ask it to do something? That's the disconnect.
Okay, some more suggestions.
Go for it.
Here's one that Alex the drummer said in Drumeo chat. Says, "Ask it to teach Jared how to play the Rosanna Shuffle."
Great one.
Okay, because we just talked about that last week. It's a pretty common groove, and it's so specific that
There's just no way.
that's what I'm curious.
Do you think it's better? Okay, this is a good time to ask this question then. Is it better to ask it to teach the Rosanna Shuffle or to ask it to play the Purdy Shuffle? Which of those will there be more information on?
Rosanna Shuffle.
See what I'm saying? There's a larger catalog of information for it to pull from.
Purdy Shuffle, in essence, is a halftime shuffle.
Yeah.
With different variations. The Rosanna Shuffle
Is
is
one of
pretty
them.
specific.
It's one of those variations.
Yeah, one.
It's a
of the
branch off
variations,
that
which
tree.
means it's one. So it's pretty specific.
Okay.
teach us how to play the Rosanna
Dave,
Shuffle.
I saw
on
you
drums.
try and play shuffles the other day, and it was a total abomination.
Are you seriously? It was pretty good. Did you hear it over Taylor Swift? I've been practicing that song with the shuffle for years.
That was a fun episode. It's funny how you can actually play halftime shuffle with basically every song.
Almost any song. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And it doesn't sound horrible.
No.
You know?
No. There was a K-pop one in there which was a little rough, but that's because it had some straight ahead, like 8-note pumping throughout it.
Yeah.
But
All right, so teach how to play the drum groove from this Toto song Rosanna in concise detail, which is an oxymoron, but we'll see what it does.
We're going to get a long response here.
We'll see.
Certainly, here's a concise breakdown of the drum groove from the Toto song, Rosanna, kick drum pattern.
They grabbed that
Play
pretty
a
quick.
consistent and driving kick drum pattern throughout the song. Start by playing 4 steady quarter notes on the kick drum, emphasizing beats 1 and 3.
What?
Snare drum pattern. Play a syncopated snare drum pattern that provides the groove and character of the song.
do that.
On beat 2, play a ghost note, which is a softer and quieter stroke on the snare drum. On beat 3,
Okay, that's
play a strong
correct.
backbeat,
It-
hitting
yeah.
the snare drum with a bit more emphasis.
going in the right
on
direction.
beat 4, play a snare drum rim shot,
No.
hitting the rim of the snare
definitely
drum
not.
along
It's
with
not
the
even
head for
on
an
beat 4.
accentuated sound. Hi-hat
Yeah, on
and
beat
cymbal
4 you
pattern.
play
Play
a
a steady
snare-
8th
no,
note
right.
pulse on the
play the
hi-hat
bass drum
throughout the
on
song.
beat 4.
Incorporate closed hi-hat accents on the and of beat 2 and the and of beat 4, giving it a
Okay.
crisp and tight sound. Use the ride cymbal to
Oh,
accentuate
okay.
Oh, the
certain
ride cymbal.
sections or chorus parts of the
Okay.
song, particularly during fill.
That is super confusing.
okay, now
I'm asking it about the Purdy Shuffle now. And see what it
but
says.
before you do, Jared, without playing or without showing anything, just using your own voice, explain how to play the Rosanna Shuffle.
The most basic way
Yeah.
to play it is it's a shuffle pattern using
But
triplets.
don't show it. You can't show it. Only using your voice. Like
Okay,
only
so
talking.
1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet on the hi-hat. On counts 3, hit the snare drum, add in a ghost note with your left hand in between each one of those hits on the hi-hat. So
Okay.
1 triplet, 2 triplet. On counts 3, hit the snare drum. Then you play the basically the Bo Diddley bass drum pattern with the bass drum throughout it. So it's a 2-bar pattern. Dun dun ch, dun dun ch, dun 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 ch, dun dun ch.
Dun, dun, dun. So that was pretty good. The only thing that you can't do on text is like when you sung it. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
You can't do that. But
You can explain the position.
you can explain the position, and you mentioned the triplets, playing it on the one and the left.
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. Why wouldn't it at least mention the triplets?
Yeah.
It's literally missing the one thing that makes it the Rosanna Shuffle.
Yeah.
I'm talking about exactly that. Okay, I'm gonna try the Purdy Shuffle to see if it says anything different.
Okay.
We don't have to like go through it. I just want to see if it's able to pull more information because of its relative popularity, unlike Dave thinking it might be. Just saying.
Certainly, here's a concise breakdown of how to play the Purdy Shuffle on the drums with
No.
specific detail and hand and
toe.
foot
It's not what
coordination.
heel toe.
Start by establishing a steady hi-hat foot pattern playing
Oh my
8th
goodness.
notes, maintaining
Okay.
a consistent
It's about as confused, I would say. It's about as equally confused.
Man, we need to create our own language model around learning drums. That's what I'm finding out here.
Yeah. Because it's got some of it.
It does.
It's doing something right, but it's missing the key points that a drum instructor would be like, well, you got to get the subdivision in there, right? Like, let's talk about that. So it's missing some of those things. All right, let's go back to one other one.
Okay,
Technique.
this is the last thing.
Last one. Can it teach Jared how to play using traditional grip?
Great. Explain.
I can do it pretty good, so.
It's actually not bad. Now, will it tell you to only do it with one hand, or will it tell you to do it with two hands like you
Let's
just did?
see
Right?
what the machine says.
Double traditional.
Certainly, here's a concise breakdown of how to play the drums using traditional grip in 4 points.
Hold the
Hand
left
positioning.
drumstick.
Hold the left drumstick using the traditional grip,
well, that's
where the
assuming
stick
you're-
rests
that's assuming you're
diagonally across the
right-handed.
palm with the thumb on top
there's
and
no
the
L
other
or R
fingers
on these
underneath.
things,
Okay, that's
Position
right.
the palm of your left hand facing upward and slightly angled towards the drum head, allowing the stick to have a comfortable balance
Yes.
in your hand. Hold the right drumstick using the matched grip, with the stick placed between the thumb and index finger, and the other fingers wrapped around it.
So that's the other
Snare
hand.
drum technique.
All of them?
Use the traditional grip primarily on the snare drum for a more nuanced and dynamic sound. Employ a
Sound like
combination of wrist and finger control to achieve a balanced and controlled stroke. Practice a variety of snare drum rudiments and
Yeah,
exercises,
it doesn't
focusing
get.
on
So position. Okay, so hold the left drumstick using traditional grip with the where the stick meets, rest diagonally across the palm of your, with the thumb on top
Yeah.
and the other fingers underneath.
Like this,
Yeah, and other fingers underneath.
underneath.
Okay, yeah, and then position the palm of your left hand facing upward and slightly angled towards the drum head, allowing the stick to have a comfortable balance in your hand. Hold the right drumstick. We don't care about that. And then it says use traditional grip primarily in the snare drum. Doesn't tell you anything about how to use your fingers. It's missing key points.
Yeah. This is a key point.
It got real good. The first two lines are fine.
Yeah.
Like it actually does explain it quite well.
And then it goes to the drum set technique, and it
It
all
does
falls apart.
just falls apart.
Yeah. So if you were to be doing that, you'd be holding it way wrong.
So,
Okay.
conclusions. AI, pretty cool. Does a lot of cool things really well. Drumming is probably still maybe a little bit too niche for it, but it's certainly giving it a shot, and it's very polite.
Well, I mean, but the scary thing is like, I don't know, what month are we in only of AI? It's
I know.
only going to get better. I don't know
Well-
if it's aggregating all these different articles that they're pulling information from this Moeller method. I mean, I remember writing Moeller method articles like 2006. Could have been pulling from those. Like, you just don't know. But for all the out there's a ton of great questions. One person said, just ask ChatGPT if it can tell you how to tune a drum and see if it alternates lugs like a kind of star pattern. Go to ChatGPT and try it out. Like, there might be better prompts that we can use, or that, you might find it kind of slowly getting better each time. But as of right now, like,
Honestly, by asking it questions, you are helping it learn. So,
yeah. So maybe don't
we
ask
are-
it any more questions.
all right, it is now time, Jack. I hope you're ready for this. We're going to put the computer in the hot seat today, everybody. We do this thing with our guest artists called Blast Beats, where we ask them 20 questions in 60 seconds. So it is time for Blast Beats. I spent a bit of time figuring out how to make this work. It worked in rehearsal. It could crash and burn horribly. So we're going to give it a shot. Jack, if you can bring up the clock, please. I don't know if ChatGPT gets nervous. I have no idea. So this is ChatGPT in the hot seat. It's got to answer 20 questions in 60 seconds. If it does, and we deem it was effective, we'll give a prize away. Here we go.
Nylon or wood tip? Wood tip. Favorite place on the planet? Bali. Heel up or heel down?
Bali.
Heel up. What music are you listening to now? Funk.
Oh.
Coated or clear drum heads? Coated. Artist you want to work with? Dave Grohl. Cymbals.
Nice.
Clean or dirty? Clean. Do you prefer golf or tennis? Tennis. Pedals. Chain. Strap. Or direct drive? Direct drive. Do you prefer TV or movies? Movies. How many snare drums is too many? Never enough. White wine or red
That's a good
wine?
answer.
Red wine. Single or double pedal? Double pedal. Fly or drive? Fly. Are concert toms still cool? Absolutely. Suit or t-shirt? T-shirt. Lacquer or wrap drums? Lacquer. Steak or seafood? Seafood. LP or streaming? Streaming. Is AI the best drum teacher? Valuable tool.
Wow, 10 seconds
10
left.
seconds.
Jeez,
spare.
that's pretty good.
I love it. Does AI like to wear a suit or a t-shirt?
I'm
T-shirt.
a little surprised it dressed down.
Yeah, dress
Steak
down.
makes sense, and I will say it's always chosen red wine.
Oh, really? Every time
It's
always...
picked different artists each time. It had Beyonce before and Sting. I wonder why.
Everyone wants to play a Sting.
Everyone wants
Even
to
AI
play
wants to
Sting.
work with Sting. Sting, it's time to do a record with AI.
But, yeah. Crazy.
That's
All right.
amazing. And it was able to formulate all those answers based off of very simple instructions. Just in case you're curious, the instructions I gave it, so if you want to know the context, please answer the following questions as a professional drummer, one at a time with 2 or 3 word answers. Wait a few seconds between responding to the next question, which it did not do. So
Right.
it only took, like most people I talked to, it only listened to part of what I said. So that's fine. That was amazing, though. And congratulations to ChatGPT. You did it.
Well done.
What are we giving away today?
We're
Dad?
going to give away, today we're going to give away a set of our eardrums, which you're wearing right now.
Nice, yes.
Yeah, set of the Drumeo eardrums.
Okay.
Dave, you want to pull a name for me, please?
No, let's get ChatGPT to pull a name for us.
Okay.
Just give it a number, or how do you do it? You usually pick a number or a letter.
Letter.
We got to let ChatGPT.
That seems
I mean,
fair.
they did answer the questions within 60 seconds. So all the people saying "pick me" in the chat.
Okay. So, based on this information, Dave, you're going to pick your winner from?
Sure. The letter.
The letter K. Okay, let me see here. The winner of the in-ears is Parnu. Parnu. Congratulations in YouTube chatland. You have won a set of our Drumeo in-ears. Email krad@drumeo.com. That's
Congratulations,
krad@drumeo.com.
on winning
And
the set
he'll
of
make
Drumeo
sure you get
eardrums.
them. So
Your
it's all
dedication and passion.
Pretty
for-
simple and self-explanatory, but Parnu,
Keeps talking.
is it still doing it? Oh, look at that.
I wanted to see what it would say. Congratulations, Parnu, on winning a set of Drumeo eardrums. Your dedication and passion for drums have paid off. Enjoy this incredible sound and comfort they provide as you continue to create amazing beats. Keep rocking and inspiring others with your rhythms and grooves. Well done.
Yes, well
pretty
done.
good.
And it's
Very good.
Parnu, P-U-R.
Oh, I'm sorry. So Parnu, I totally train wrecked you. Make sure you email me at krad@drumeo.com with your mailing address. We're going to send you a set of those earrings.
You know, we got to do this in a year from now. And do another one. See if ChatGPT.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what was it like now compared to then?
I'm going to send it. I'm going to send it notes.
Yeah.
So here's where you were good. Here's where you were bad.
I wonder if it could do, because it is text. I wonder if it could do not full on transcriptions, but tab. I wonder if we could do like a drum tab.
It doesn't seem like it yet. But no, this is text. So there are other iterations of this. There's photos, there's
Yeah.
video, there's music. We're actually going to talk about that at the end of the episode. We have a piece of music that was AI generated. We're going to share at the end.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
But you're right. This is particularly a chat tool. So it's not going to give you drum music. There's probably a thing out there that can. I don't know.
Well, before we move
Eventually.
We should own it.
on, yeah, we should develop it.
Yes, Dave. Go on.
Jared, what do you think? Is ChatGPT a good teacher of the drums?
I'm not impressed. I actually I had much higher hopes for the information I get
Agreed.
back. Yeah.
I was
Very
surprised how
disappointed.
much was the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt like that. Just the same like second line to halftime
Swing.
shuffle to swing.
Rosanna
They're all the
was
same
almost-
beat.
Yeah.
All right. It's now time, everybody, for one of my favorite segments, but it's actually Dave's favorite segment. It's time for Groove of the Week.
There it is. I was like, where they got a splash?
I tried to hold the note long enough.
Man, that's great. Very cool.
All right, this week's Groove of the Week is brought to us by a drummer. This is their Instagram handle. It's, oh my goodness, Bugra Pek Dogon. We'll put that on the screen later. Bugra Pek Dogon.
Okay.
It's a big one.
Where did you find the video?
So this is an Instagram video, and it's hilarious. This goes to show you what you can do with a little bit of, a skill and some passion and some creativity. This is him playing to a TikTok video and drumming it, which is really cool. So check it out.
No, I mean, I play drums, so maybe it just comes.
Wait,
What?
you're a drummer?
Yeah.
You're a jogging good drummer?
Yes, I am.
You're a jogging good drum. Yes, that is exactly what I am, dude.
That's awesome.
And honorable mention to the guy that made the original video, because that's pretty rad too.
Yeah.
Like all the syllables and stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to spell that out for everybody because it's a
Man.
tricky one. So that's Bugrapekdogan. That's a lot there, but that's what that is.
Nice.
I think his name is actually Bugra. So if it is, awesome drumming. And go
Yeah.
check out the rest of his Instagram feed. There's some really cool playing on there. Love featuring just some really cool drumming out there. So if you've got any suggestions
Yes.
for Groove of the Week, because we're looking, this is how we find them. In fact, I get probably 10, 15 emails every day now for suggestions.
No
and they're all
kidding.
kinds of things. There is one thing I should point out. Please don't send me videos of Jared and Dave, number one. If it's a famous drummer, probably don't send me that. We're trying to find the unsung drummers. We're
Yeah.
trying to find those drummers that need that exposure to be on here and just to talk about and celebrate and know more about and get the word out about them. So
One of those drummers that are doing creative stuff like that. Like God bless the internet. Like in the 90s and
Yeah.
early 2000s, you'd never see people doing stuff like that.
Yep.
You know? At least I never saw something like that, but love it.
yeah, so that's us featuring a drummer out there in the world. Now it's time to feature a drummer inside our world, one of our Drumeo students. In fact, today it's going to be 4 Drumeo students. We're going to talk about our Student of the Week.
Man, look at those splash
That
guys.
was seamless.
That one was good.
That was good.
That was good.
Now, I said student, but this week it's actually 4 students. And I don't have a video to show, so I'm going to quickly read. This is going to be great. So, because I can't show a video, I've got 4 images for you to see. These are AI-generated images based on the screen names of these students.
Brilliant.
All right, so if you want to bring up the first one, this is Carl Christie. Hopefully this is the right image. That's Carl there, yep. Carl has been working on 30-day chops inside Drumeo. All 4 of these students have been working super hard on 30-day chops, and they're supporting themselves and everybody else. And so
What's the
Carl,
end of the stick?
I don't know, yeah.
The drums are all crooked.
It's like
and
it's been
twisted.
melting.
Carl was working on 30-day chops and was finding the first few days almost overwhelming. But after they stuck with it, they spent some time. It started clicking, and the process got easier and easier, and they're finding it much more fun. So great job, Carl Christie. The next student we have to talk about is B, the librarian. Yeah,
No.
yeah. So B
Brilliant.
started playing 30-day drummer, is now working on 30-day chops, loves the workout style and daily sessions, and B has been there for so many students. She was in the live Q&A on Saturday, making a big difference to all of the fellow
Awesome.
students out there.
Awesome.
This next one's going to be great. Cat 14. Yeah, well,
There's probably 14 cats in that
I think there
picture.
probably is. At first, all the lessons seemed quite overwhelming, but Cat took
Cat's
the time.
eyes on the left.
I know, right? Kat took the time to do extra practice and made all the difference to them. They found by spending that extra time and really focusing and playing daily has made a big difference to their drumming. And now they find they can understand things faster and they have way more confidence in their drumming. And last but not least, today Dave's really bored. I'm so sorry. He gets bored super fast though.
No, just that's what nightmares are made of that.
Dave,
I know.
Dave hates cats.
I hate cats.
Agreed, Dave. Agreed.
Oh, the internet's
The
gonna
last student but not least certainly is Ginger Witch. That's a great one.
Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant.
Easy. 2 words that it knew. right? And then drumming Ginger Witch. So Ginger Witch was working on 30-day chops after day 4, said it started to feel deflated, but stuck to it, spent some extra time practicing, and got really intense on it. She got caught up and has boosted her confidence and is pushing hard through this week's material. Congratulations to all of our awesome students, but specifically those 4. We got B, we got Cat 14, Carl, and Ginger Witch. Those are all their new icons they have on the website. I should change them.
You should send them. Have you sent them those?
I will send them all.
Yeah. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
AI can tell you one thing. AI does a way better job at graphic design than it does at teaching
Seems to be,
drums.
yes.
Those are epic.
Yes. Now, if you want to be part of our drumming community, come hang out with us. All you got to do is go to drumeo.com/trial, and you get a 7-day trial free. But, Jared, there is a special tool on the drum set there.
Oh yeah, the drum key.
Yeah.
Are we actually doing that?
It's too late. We already said it last week. It's already gone.
What I love about this key is the magnet.
Yep.
I don't lose it nearly
Yes.
as much, and it actually stays there.
Yeah, that's true.
If you come hang out with us for a week on a free trial, up until the end of June, you can get one of these keys for free. It's a $20 drum key. It's awesome. It's blue, it's gray, it's all Drumeo, and it's all yours if you come hang out with us for a week. Pretty simple, really.
Not bad, Kyle.
Yeah, it's brushed pewter, and it's free. We'll ship it to you anywhere in the world.
Literally.
Literally anywhere in the world. All you got to do is try Drumeo. And you wonder why we're doing that, because there's definitely a cost to make these and ship them out, is because we think that you'll like Drumeo, and we think you'll stick around. And if you don't, there's no obligation. You can literally get it and then cancel.
And still have the key.
And still have the
You
key.
don't have to send the key back.
So I think it's really cool that you get a chance to try it, because most people think Drumeo is a YouTube channel and an Instagram page and a Facebook page.
It
but
is
they
those
don't-
things.
It is those things, but Drumeo is also this whole other world that most people never get to experience, because they're only experiencing the tip of the iceberg here on YouTube or Facebook and things like that. And so just try it. You got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And at very worst, you'll get a brand new drum key, and all drummers can use more of these. So
You can never have too many drum keys. I've proven that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Boy, I feel like I'm it's like some sort of weird ad for me today. 2 Apple products, a Google product. It's time for the segment of the show I love the best, where we show off new gear. It's time to talk about new gear, everybody.
you and your splash screens. How soon until that gets old?
It's probably already old. I'm not even sure.
By the end
That's a
of
good
this
question.
episode.
I'm not sure.
We'll have to get new splash
So,
screens.
in keeping with the digital realm, AI technology type things today, we're going to feature a company that makes apps.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a company named RT60. They make specifically apps for musicians, primarily mostly for drummers. You may have seen Jared has actually highlighted this particular app. So this is smart enough to know, and it shows you here, kind of what the main particular tuning is there. And you're asking, what is that telling you? Well, it tells you where in the audio spectrum that is. Why do I care? Why does it matter? Why do I want to know about the science of this? Well, it's actually super helpful because it tells you what that note is. If you like how that drum sounds or you don't like how that drum sounds, it gives you a good starting point. But it goes so much deeper than that. And it covers all the things too. It also covers resonant tuning, so top and bottom heads. And I will tell you, if you ever watch me do anything on Drumeo talking about tuning, I friggin' hate any tool for tuning the drums. This app is awesome.
Is it actually?
Wow.
I love this app. It even comes with a book, Science of Tuning. Why am I showing you? It's right there. I'm so excited, but it's fantastic.
Okay.
Okay, they've got 3 other apps. I want to quickly just show a couple other things. There's the Atomic Metronome, which is a great name, by the way. So this has got your basic metronome settings and features, but I just like how easy it is to operate. It just does the things. You can change the pitch.
Does it do 1916?
I don't know, actually.
Because I've been looking for a metronome that will do 1916.
For real?
Yes, and I cannot seem to find one.
This one will not. I can
No.
tell you that for sure, actually. This is a great basic metronome, but it's really good. If you like visual learning aids, this metronome is fantastic. And by the way that it's been designed, it's incredibly accurate. I had a conversation with the designer, and he was explaining it to me, but I got very lost in it because it's way over my head. But if you want to...
Is it just a basic metronome then?
Yeah,
Just,
it's
and
a
is it-
great everyday metronome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite app, though, is Drummer ITP, which is kind of an odd name. Anyone want to guess what ITP stands for?
interactive training.
Oh, I like
Partner?
that. It's not that.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
In the pocket.
Ah,
So it kind of works a
Wasn't even
couple of
close.
ways. But this one is actually quite intelligent. Dave, would you mind grabbing that practice pad?
Okay.
And Jared, would you mind just throwing a pair of sticks, please? You can throw them overhand if you like.
I knew that
Oh my
was
God,
gonna
you
happen.
got both of them.
I knew that was gonna happen.
You got them both. All right. So
Sixth sense here,
this
guys.
app has a whole bunch of sort of learning options.
hey, that's a cool stand.
It is a cool stand.
It's a cool stand.
It's nice because you don't actually hit the rims.
Yeah, that is actually a practice pad stand designed to hold a practice pad.
Very cool.
Coming soon. So, in this app, you have timing exercises. You can pick single paradiddles, all these sort of things. The idea is that it's a practice tool. So, this actually it uses the built-in microphone. So, if I'm going to press play here, I'm not quite sure. You don't have your in-ears in, so we're just going to have fun with this anyways. But it's basically going to go ahead and read.
So this is the drummer in the pocket.
Yeah, actually, I'm just going to. I've had this open for a while. I'm just going to reopen it quickly here. There we go.
That used to be my nickname in high school. Eh?
Oh, yeah?
In the pocket, Dave.
So, yeah, if we go here.
What am I doing?
So you're
Singles?
doing single paradiddle. But it's actually reading off the pad.
No
doing.
way.
The rights and the lefts.
It's telling you what to do. It's trying to analyze that. But you'll also notice, now Dave couldn't hear the click, so that's why his consistency, dynamics, and accuracy are terrible.
That's about right for him.
But it actually does work incredibly well.
Oh,
I
you're
love this
improving,
app. It does some really, really cool stuff.
Consistency.
And it works with any practice pad because you just have to have it next to your practice pad.
So have you used it yourself?
Yeah, I love it.
Actually works. It's pretty
Yeah.
accurate.
Yeah, and it also keeps track of your score. So you have
way.
like your own little leaderboard, which is really great.
Super cool.
They have one other app I'm going to very quickly show called Songs app. This is a great sort of tool it's actually designed as a songwriting tool, but the drummer groove one is a lot of fun because you can just have fun with this. Because you can just draw different patterns. So if you want to just like have a little fun thing to make your own kind of cool patterns, you just have to drag around here. And it creates these really cool, interesting little herky-jerky patterns if you want. So it's just a fun way to make little patterns up. Maybe you want to
Herky-jerky
inspire
patterns.
yourself. Yeah, but it also has full recording functionality. It's basically for recording demos for a musician, but it's actually, so we've got some really cool stuff in there. So the company's called rt60.uk. These apps are available in the App Store and on Google Play. The Android apps, there's I think only one or two of them are actually currently available. All four of these are currently available on iOS, so they're rad. That's why I don't have them on my phone. I only have one or two on my
Right.
phone. But fantastic products. I think they sell for about $10 or $12 each. I think one of them is currently free too. So check them out, rt60.uk. And I want to give away a set of these apps.
Very cool.
I have codes to give away, so
Nice.
I like that you focus on something like that's not tangible, like not a piece of gear, like a cymbal or a stand or something like that. It's because we all use different products, and the app space is loaded with. Stuff
let's
that
go
helps
back to
drummers.
AI. We got to find a winner here, Dave. You want to pick me a winner
Sure,
in the
sure.
members area, please?
So members area,
Yes.
ask.
So
Give it another letter.
random letter.
Sticks.
Oh yeah.
Choose.
Certainly, the randomly chosen letters
R.
are.
Okay, the winner is Nicole R. Nicole R. That's the first one that I saw.
Awesome.
Nicole R, congratulations. Email krad@drumeo.com. He's going to give you the access code
Yeah.
so you can go and buy those apps for free, or I guess it would be just
How would you
redeemed.
buy them for free?
I know. Okay, I realized it as I was
Yeah,
saying
it's no
it.
good.
All right. But yeah, get access to it, and congratulations.
Hopefully you have an Apple product. If you don't, you might want to go get one. Because honestly, even for the price of buying an Apple product to run this on, it's still worth the money.
Are you going to do that?
You're going to go spend
Are you
$1,500
was
on
that
an
your
iPad
iPad?
This is my iPad.
for a $10 app.
Wow.
No. All right, this concludes our programming efforts for today, everybody.
Cool.
But we can't go anywhere until we give away a membership to someone out there on YouTube. We're going to give away a one-year membership so you can come hang out and learn more about all the things we're doing here. We've got chops. We've got songs. How many songs do we have, Dave?
Over 5,000.
Over 5,000.
Not just with transcriptions, but without the drums behind there. So you can play Foo Fighters without the drums.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better than that.
I can be Dave Grohl in the band if I want to be.
Grohl.
That's amazing.
Is the H not silent? Too bad we can't give ChatGPT the link to our
I know,
stream.
I know, right?
And say, you pick someone.
So
Do
what
it
you need for
again.
this one?
I'll do this again.
Want a
Here we
random
go.
letter?
Yeah, another random letter.
Okay.
Here we go.
I asked nicely. Oh, sorry, my bad. There we go.
What's the letter?
It's coming.
Sure, the randomly chosen letter is
M?
Yep.
All right, let's see here. Mario Louise Mario. Congratulations, you won a year of Drumeo, which is $240 value. Huge congrats. Email KRAD. You know the drill.
Yeah.
Hey, before we go, can we hear human drumming? We've just talked nonstop AI. Jared, you want to just play us out with something?
No. I got an AI generated piece to play at the end.
Oh, you should have told me.
I just did.
All right.
I'll play with it after a while.
Okay, tell you what, let's do this. Jared, the clip we have to play us out today is an AI generated drum and guitar solo.
Oh,
So what I would like you to do is please set us up into that. So Jack, we're gonna go with Jared playing a little bit of drum solo right now. And then when you feel ready, when you feel Jared's giving you that moment, please go right to the video out.